Hello everyone, CloneBot Zach here, and today we're going to talk about animation. So going to the navigation bar, choose the animation tab, and notice you have several different templates for all kinds of different animations, such as kick combo, wah. We also have the punch, eye of the tiger. Cool, right? But it's more fun to make your own animation, so let's click on the edit motion layer. And you can choose the bones that you want to animate here on the menu, or you can just click on the avatar itself and choose the bone that you would like to animate. Alright, for instance, let's animate, using the FK control, his lower arm. The parameters of each articulation in a jointed flexible object will be automatically calculated to achieve the desired pose. Translated, that means iClone3 will create the animation necessary to get the new pose you want on the timeline. For instance, at this point in the timeline, I want his arm to be all the way up like this. So, press play and you can watch. There you go, animation for his arm to move back up. Alright, now let's take a look at his leg. Notice I have the child node, which is his lower leg, and I selected, and I am now moving it around. But notice how the parent leg moves relative with it, his upper leg, which is the parent node. You can also animate his fingers, but I'm sorry to say we can't wiggle his toes, but at least you can animate his fingers. Another cool feature is mirror. So say for instance you want both his left arm and his right arm to move together, not a problem. Turn on the mirror and there you go, both arms up in the air, the same. However, there's one problem. Let me show you real quick. Notice that his arms are in the air, but if I want to move them back, I can't move my arms back. That's right, I need to uncheck the IK constraint. This way I can move his arms back in an unnatural limbo positions. Alright, now locking his arms in position and then clicking on him and turning on the Rocky Balboa music, we can do our exercises for the day. 99, one more, we can do it, 100. Another thing is that you can lock the legs in position. Therefore, whenever we click on her and we make her jump into the air, we can move her up. There we go. Now she seems to jump in the air, but as she comes down, notice how her legs bend and resistance of landing. Alright, so let's get a better angle, and I want to show you another cool thing. We can now use this as a way to make our avatar sit. Cool, right? Alright, another feature I want to show you is that you can use the FK control, and we can edit her right leg. There we go. Choose the parent node. Alright, move it up like this, and now let's choose the lower leg, the child node, and we can animate that and cross her legs. Ooh, that looks painful. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright, now she's sitting cross-legged. Oh, very nice. Okay, so now let's talk about persona. Now here's my fighter, and he has the fighter persona, so he's a big tough guy, right? So we can click down here, choose the performances that are inherent to that persona, like jump, fighting, punching. Now if I change to director mode, the persona continues on. Notice how he's idling and walking with the same persona of a tough fighter guy. Alright, here's another look at his idle. See how he's idling? Alright, so let's switch back to editor mode and take a look at some other things. So, you want to change his persona from a fighter to a dancer? Not a problem. Just click on the dance persona, and now notice his persona changed. And remember, you can always right-click on your characters and change the performance, the animation you want. Let's change it to Dance 3. This is how you can torture your characters. What about non-humans? Well, what about them? Not a problem, right? Just throw one in your project, choose the animation you want, and invalid file. Not a problem. We can now choose the edit motion layer and choose the bone that we wish to edit. So we have to go down, find it. What about, there we go, left thigh. There you go. And then you can use the FK control to edit. So here's his upper torso. So at this point in the timeline, I want him to turn this way. At this point in the timeline, I want him to turn back. Okay. Now let's press stop, press play, and watch the animation. There you go. So easy, right? Another cool thing in iClone3 is iProps. And iProps also have their own animations and operations. For instance, I tell the operate and tell the driver to get in. And so Trey here will walk over to the car and open the door and jump in. All the animation already built in. Alright, so we switch to director mode, and using the WASD controls, I can now drive the car around to play to create. Remember, buckle your seatbelts and never drink and drive. So let's now talk about linking and attaching props together. So I have a yellow box prop as well as a blue prop. Now we're just going to make the prop move, the blue one move around. That's simple enough, right, on the timeline. So let's stop it and play that back. Watch how it goes. Okay, that was pretty simple, right? But now I want to do link. So I'm going to link the yellow box, choose the parent for it, and then select the blue box. So now when the blue box moves, the yellow box will move with it. However, linking an object has a keyframe. So say for instance, well, let me do a few things first. First, I want the blue box to move back forward, and then I'll show you what I was talking about, keyframes. So notice how the yellow box moved with it when I brought the blue box forward. But here at the middle of the timeline, I'm going to choose the unlink. Alright, and you'll see what I'm talking about when I play the animation. Okay, so the yellow and blue box move together, but the blue box moves forward because I unlinked the yellow box. Now, link will generate keyframes, but attach will not. So we can attach the yellow box to the blue box, but we can't actually edit the keyframes for it. So they move together, but we won't be able to unattach, to detach it in the timeline. Alright, but you can merge them together and then add them in as a prop and save it as a custom prop, and they both come together. Oh, there we go. Not a problem, right? Alright, so let's take a look at something else. Okay, here's my avatar, nice beautiful lady walking down the street, but she's staring off into space. We want her to look at the camera, so we tell her to look at camera. Alright, now she's staring at us, and we can have her stare directly at us or just in our general direction. Okay, so as she moves her animation, she'll always will look at the camera. But what if she's just staying still and the camera moves around? Yeah, that's right, she'll continue to look at us. So we can move above her, all around her, maybe we can go beneath her, yeah, go under her like this, and notice her eyes always stay on us. We can even go directly above her and she'll still stare at us. Yep, hello. Okay, what about make her look at her target? So right now she's staring into space, but we want her to look at this little red dot. There you go. And now she's looking at the dot. Pretty easy, right? Alright, so let's animate the red dot and watch how she reacts to it. Zzz. Boom! Ah, she's a klutz. What can I say? She's a klutz. Okay, here's my friend Trey, and we're going to look at facial animation. So we have several templates over here on the left, and you can choose any of these that have voice attached to it. So here he is talking, blah 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 blah. Alright, but he has kind of a blank expression on his face, so let's choose a different expression. Let's make him angry, and let's make him very angry, so 200% anger. Alright, now let's play the animation back and watch. Oh, it looks like he's going to kill somebody. Oh, man, let me stop this before he hurts somebody. Alright, another thing you can do is you can load your own, or you can record your own voice. So you just turn on the microphone and get your friend to say something. Alright, buddy, say something. Oh, that was fantastic. Good job, buddy. I'm really proud of you. Alright, so let's put it in. Alright, Trey said, hey, what's up? Alright, hey, what's up? Alright, now you can also have multiple characters talking to each other. Alright, and that's animation in a nutshell.